Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve first question of BRS bank reconciliation statement. Since we are starting this chapter, so in this lecture we will understand the format or the method of solving this question. The very first thing is you must have three lines for your headings. Very first line would be used to write down bank reconciliation statement. So this is your first line, and then you will mention your date as on. Now please look at this, 31st December 2022. So you will mention 31st December 2022. This is your second line heading. And now in third line you will mention of MSRS measures. You will always write. We know that when you are talking about a male, you will write Mr. When you will talk about a female, you will write Miss. But when you will be talking about an organization, you will write Measures, MSRS. And now you can see name of the company is mentioned over here, Sarmad and Company. So here you will mention Sarmad and Company. In this way, guys, our headings would be completed. Every question will have the same headings. Now, the next part is you will add or less. It would be decided over here. And then here you will mention the detail of entry, then debit or credit. This is your next heading. After which you will have next column, which would be for amount, and again next column would also be used for the amount. Here we need some extra space, so let's make it, and in this way we will be having our performer ready to do. So guys, these are your headings, but first request is you are required to be good in your rules. Rules are very important, without which it would be very difficult for you to understand. So it is requested to see previous videos regarding rules of bank reconciliation statement. So let's start our question. We have first entry, balance as per cash book. In rules, it has been written balance as per cash book should be written on debit side. So first thing first, you will here mention balance as per cash book. In all question, the very first line would be for the balance, and you do know that it should be debited, so we are writing only D. Considering it as debit, here you will put the amount you can see is 25,000, so just put amount and that's all. Simply you will see the entry, and then you will decide whether it should be written as debit or credit and then amount. And this is the only responsibility you will have to solve the question. Now second entry is what? Checks issued. As you know, in check issued we do search for unpresented checks, and rule says, look at this, check issued 9,000 not presented, unpresented. Rule says these should be debited, so you will write over here unpresented checks. Again, it was debit, so you will mention debit. How much amount? 9,000. Just put the amount 9,000. Now, third entry is saying check deposited. This is your next rule. Deposited but not cleared. Not cleared are to be credited. Like when you will deposit your amount, bank should be debited. But since it has not been cleared, so it would be credited. So rules are saying, please keep it in mind. If you will have your rules in your mind, it would be very easy for you to understand. Check deposited but not cleared or uncredited. So this should be credited, and what you will see, you will leave some space and will write down credit. And what are these? Third entry, uncredited, or we will see what heading they have used, uncleared or not cleared. One of the same thing, so you will mention not cleared. And amount which is given in your book is 6220, 6220. That's all. And now we will see what is our next entry. Bankers had wrongly debited. As you know that in wrong entries rule we have understood overcast or error of commission. This is also called a wrong entry. So wrong debit or error of commission where debit should be credited and credit should be debited. So this is wrong debit. You will do it opposite, means credit, and here you will write credit. And look at this, wrong debit. As you know that in error of commission, you write opposite. This was wrong debit and you have opposed and written as credit. Let's see how much amount. This is 1424. So just write down 1424. That's all for this entry. Charges. Charges are expenses. As you know, second last rule says in all expenses we will credit bank. So here we have 70 and you are needed to write it on credit side. These were bank charges. Alright guys, all postings completed. These were 5 entries and now you can see 2 entries are debited and 3 entries we have written on credit side. In this way our entries have been recorded properly. And now the next procedure. What you will do, you will sum all debit items. And as you can see, there are two amounts, 25,000 and then you will add 9,000. So this is sum of debit side. And same you will be doing for credit side as well. Again, there are three amounts, 622 plus 14 plus 70. In this way, you have totaled the credit side as well. Now, here you have written add and less. Please note it down. You will always write add in second line, and when the other side you will start, you will put less. So guys, we have calculated sum of debit side and we have calculated sum of credit side as well. As you know, both signs are different. So what you will do, you will subtract debit from credit. In this way, here you will calculate the sum. Sum of debit side was 34,000. You will subtract sum of credit side. This is 26286, and as you can see your answer is 26286. Answer has been completed. Now next thing is how you will write this answer. For this you will choose your last line and here you will mention which big book you are using. Please note carefully, you are needed to be very much attentive. Look, we have started this question with cash book. Note, we have started this question with the cash book and you will oppose it and will write passbook. This is your first step, passbook balance. And now signs. Look at this. We have amount of debit 34, amount of credit 7. As you know that signs would always be for the larger amount. Larger amount was debit, so you will put sign of debit over here. Alright guys, so here we are writing the pattern of our answer. First step we have taken and that first step was to write the name of book. Question was for cash book and we have opposed the name and we have written passbook. Then you will write cash book in your question Look at here. Question was for cash book, but when you will write the answer, you will write the opposite book. Question was for cash book, you have written passbook, and answer is debit over here. So what you will do, again you will oppose the sign as well, and same answer you will be writing over here. So in this way, this is procedure of writing your answer. And if you need to listen it again, that would be wonderful. Revise this lecture for last 5 minutes and repeat it what we have done. I am actually willing to let you know again. Please note these three column, these three cells, how you will fill. If you have started your question with the cash book, write down passbook. Opposite, your answer was debit, opposite credit, and answer would be written as it is. So guys, in this way, whole question has been completed. It was so easy, so direct. In paper, you will get a long question, full marks long question, and you can see how easy this question is. This was your question and solution. Within few minutes, you have got your solution. As you can see, three headings: debits, credits, separate, subtraction, and here you have your answer. But even then, if you have any query, any difficulty for understanding, you are very open to ask your question. I will surely be available to answer them. You can comment, you can text, or you can directly meet. So it's time to end our lecture for today. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.